HTML forms is a mature and evolved technology. A quarter century worth of refinement and evolution has resulted in HTML5 forms and input controls, which cover almost all applicable use cases. In this mini course or playlist, I have tried to cover all HTML5 form concepts end to end, starting with the introduction to input controls that make up a web form and how their attributes and built-in type checks make it really easy to create a foolproof HTML form with basic type checks and input constraints. After that introduction, we venture into creating and styling HTML5 forms using HTML and CSS concepts and cover a whole bunch of techniques with a live coding example of creating a registration form from scratch and styling them in various ways using CSS. This is available in both short and long versions, so you can pick based on your time budget, though I would definitely recommend the longer one. Following that, we have a whole bunch of dedicated videos for form validation, since that is where most people struggle to ensure user is not only prevented from making mistakes by creative use of HTML5 features and UI techniques that guide him to fill in proper information. But then HTML5 provides a whole bunch of features to validate user input, identify any deviations from expected input, and giving real-time suggestions and feedback to user allowing him to correct his mistake with ease. Validation techniques covered in our course playlist include HTML5 built-in validation checks, custom validation both at real time as user types, as well as on submit or when user moves to next input control. We also cover displaying error messages using custom styling techniques or using HTML5 constraint validation API. We would heavily use JavaScript as well near the end to do custom validation, DOM manipulation, and error messaging. You would also learn how to style your custom errors as well as show them using HTML5 API, and even modify HTML5 built-in error messages if you don't like them. We would also learn how to use regular expressions to validate user input, and I'm glad to announce that we have a full course playlist dedicated to regular expressions available on this channel, where you would learn how to use regular expressions to validate user input using both HTML5 input control attributes as well as JavaScript. All except concept videos have live coding which you can follow along and flex those developer muscles to practice and retain the concept as muscle memory. With that introduction, I welcome you to our course on HTML5 forms. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if it meets your expectations. Thank you.